In the heart of the dry season, when the earth cracked and the air burned, the river Omiran slept. They say it would only wake when it drank blood. The village of Umubo had not seen rain in 7 moons. Crops turned to dust, goats fell where they stood, and the riverbed lay open like a wound, its stones dry and blistered. Elders whispered of the old stories, how Omiran, the spirit of the river, once fed the village but demanded a price, not with gold, but with blood. In the center of the village square, an old diviner named Iruoma announced, "The river is not dead, it thirsts. Only a willing sacrifice can bring its waters back." Among the villagers stood Nkem, a young mother whose child, Chika, had fallen sick from thirst. She had lost her husband to war the previous year. Now she stood alone between her child and death. That night, Nkem dreamed she was standing in the dry riverbed when a voice, low and gurgling, called her name. From the cracked earth, a dark hand reached out and stroked her ankle, leaving a wet red smear. She woke trembling, but her lips tasted of salt and iron. At dawn, she approached the elders. "If my life can save my son, then I give it." The villagers wept as they prepared the ritual, red cloth around her waist, chalk lines on her cheeks, a calabash of palm wine to steady her. They led Nkem to the river's deepest point, now just a cracked pit. The diviner's chant echoed across the empty valley, "Omiran, drink and wake, take and give." At first nothing happened, then the ground trembled and a thin trickle of dark water bubbled up, smelling of rust. The villagers gasped. The water curled around Nkem's ankles, rising faster and faster, swirling red. Nkem smiled faintly at a child in the crowd, and then the water yanked her down. Her scream was swallowed instantly. The river roared to life, brown, then red, then clear, flowing faster than it had in years. The people fell to their knees in thanks. For 3 nights the river ran pure. The village feasted. Chika's health returned. But on the 4th night, a strange sound came from the water. Not the rush of currents, but the sound of soft singing. The first to hear it was a fisherman named Oba. He followed the voice to the river bank, where the moonlight revealed Nkem standing waist deep in the water. Her skin was pale, her eyes black, and crimson drops slid from her hair into the current. "Come, Oba, the river is still thirsty." He stepped forward without thought, and in the morning, only his net floated on the surface. Every few nights, someone would vanish, a hunter, a trader, even an elder, always after hearing that same song, and each time the river's flow would grow stronger, its banks wider. Soon the villagers stopped going near the water at night. They fetched their water only in daylight, in silence, and never looked too long into the current. But some swore that if you stood in the dark with your eyes closed, you could hear Nkem's voice calling your name, promising that the water was warm. The river Omiran still runs. It has never run dry since the day Nkem gave himself. But when the moon is full and the water turns red, they say it's because the river is drinking again. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more interesting videos.